what do you feel like people lack nowadays?
I mean, I think just people lack figures, like masculine figures, I would say.
Who do you think is a good masculine figure nowadays?
I think you need a balance between Andrew Tate and like Tai Lopez. Something like that.
I love that.
Here's how the game works. There's one GOAT, one guy that's actually killing it. And then you have a couple people who try to be copycats. So they take that exact same model and you're like, oh, this guy's making a lot of money. Let me do something similar. But there's one Raymond, there's one Rakan, there's one, Vlad, there's one Tai Lopez. So it's hard to copy. So that's how you create the other 80% that are scams, is because they're just trying to copy something that's already working. But people get fooled. To be close to someone like Tai Lopez, you gotta pay roughly around like $100,000 a year.
For sure. Easy.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the entry level. And the reason why I believe this is the game changer for me, because I believe everybody's born with a set of beliefs.
Do you think Canada is the right place for entrepreneurs?
Welcome to Success After Dark podcast. My brother, Vlad, thank you for co-hosting. Thank you for being with us.
Of course.
We got a special guest today. We got Ray, call him Raymond, but Ray, your last name is Habre?
I would say more like Habre.
Habre? That's the
Raymond Habre. That's how they call me.
The white version of?
The white version.
The white version. Oh,
In town for less than 24 hours?
Yeah. Actually, less than 24 hours.
I mean, we landed at midnight.
I picked you up late night. Messages me a couple, I think, messaged me like 7 p.m. Hey, I'm landing on a private jet. Pick me up? I'm like, sure. I guess I will. But hey, man, welcome to Toronto for 24 hours.
Thank you.
You picked them up in your private car?
In my private car,
Nice.
yeah. I couldn't afford my thing, so
The bus?
But we had a problem though. I showed up with two of my friends.
Yeah, I'm like,
And he has a 2-seater.
It wasn't
So I had to order an Uber for my friends.
But it's all right, man. Me and Ray have been friends since October 2023. We met at Tai's event.
We did.
We're gonna bring up Tai in a little bit, but
Yeah.
but it's weird.
Yeah.
I think you were the first guy. Actually, there was like before Tai's events. There's like a networking session the night before, and I walk in, and man, like I'm cool. You know me, I'm cool with talking with people, but man, like I'm looking around, there's some weird people in here.
Yeah.
Swear to God. And then me and another guy were talking, and then
A lot of successful people are kind of weird in a way, no?
yeah, sure.
They're not normal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. So and then I looked at him and we looked straight in the eyes, and I said, "Are you Arab?" He's like, "Yes." Okay, we're friends for this trip.
We connected instantly.
So fast,
Canadian
bro.
too.
So fast. And then we discovered that he lives in Montreal and Toronto. So bro, welcome.
Thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, thank you for taking your time.
Thank
This
you
is
for
gonna be
having me.
awesome. I want to talk about a lot of things today, man. Lots of things. Ray's an entrepreneur. He owns multiple businesses. Ray is a 7-figure earner, deep in the millions.
Annually?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Ray, it's cool because he started this thing recently at the RTTM Academy.
Correct.
And he invited me to speak at his event at the Montreal. Remember I told you I'm going to Montreal? That was a cool event.
Yeah, that was my first one.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
Like, for sure.
Did you spoke about financial markets and crypto there?
Crypto.
Right timing, huh?
I fucked up these
Right
kids.
timing,
I told him.
What was Bitcoin at when you were there? Maybe like 30-something K?
Something like that.
I think even below that.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, maybe around
Probably in
30,
30s, yeah.
30s,
So
yeah.
today it hit
Yeah.
70, guys.
Yeah.
So. Rakan gets 10%. Just, you know, on all,
fuck
on all
yeah.
I have that on camera.
Yeah, I actually have the video. So and he he listened. He put up some money and it doubled.
So yeah, I saw you gave a couple recommendations for all my audience. I had close to 300 people sitting in the room, and then everybody pulled out their phone, started taking pictures.
Hey, nobody can fuck about me, bro. Everyone's like a picture.
Yeah, they just took a picture of the slide. Like, where's the money to be made?
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people bought them.
No.
Because people show up to events, but they don't take action. So
Yeah.
I
And
bought them all.
And you know, it's because you're an action taker.
Yeah.
You take calculated risks. A lot of people have $100 and they don't want to lose $100. Their last $100.
Impossible.
You know what I mean? Hey, enjoy.
So
it.
far, so good.
That was the event. It was an amazing event. There will be a part 2 soon.
Yeah,
we'll discuss
soon to
that
come.
for sure later. But right, let's talk about a couple things today. We want to talk about success. We want to talk about you getting close to mentors. We want to talk about being close to successful people. You believe a lot in law association.
Yes.
Very big.
I do.
So I mean, tell us a little bit. I've seen you pay big money to be around big people.
Yes.
And some people, actually, lots of people, cannot justify to pay the money that I know, because I know the price
Yeah.
that you pay to
Yeah.
get close to people like Tai and like some other people.
Yeah.
What would be the reason?
That's an excellent question. So just to put numbers in the game, you know, to be close to someone like Tai Lopez, you got to pay roughly around like $100,000 a year.
For sure. Easy.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the entry level.
For sure.
And the reason why I believe this is the game changer for me, because I believe everybody's born
Yeah.
with a set of beliefs.
Okay.
And to win the game of life,
Mm-hmm.
you had to kind of like destroy your old self
Mm.
and build yourself in a different environment.
Of course.
That's going to show you a different part of the world you never knew existed.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at people like Tai was one of my biggest idols when I was back in 2015.
Yeah.
I just saw his Here in My Garage video, and everybody
fucking
bought
video.
that. Yeah.
Same fucking video.
I think 200,000 people bought the course 67 Steps. It really changed my
swear
life.
more.
Yeah. Did you get that course?
I did get that. That was my first ever course.
Yeah. I think,
7
it's
steps.
probably 300,000. I don't know. So
Crazy, man.
I saw someone like Tai, and over time, I understood that if I want to change my life, I need to change the people I'm around. And these people kind of like operate on a different level.
For sure.
So my goal was like, I need to get close to those people, whatever it takes, right? And it's easy to be like, yeah, but it's a lot of money. I could use my money for something else. But basically, the more you delay that investment, the more you're delaying your success and your growth.
I agree.
So it's like money you could have had. So basically, I just see it as like a no-brainer to kind of like learn from other people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people take credit for a lot of different things, but I just think we just learn through osmosis, and like our subconscious mind is constantly picking up on things, and we just learn from things that are already existing.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like elevate ourselves with
For
that.
sure.
So,
Let's just say hypothetically you paid 100 G's for Tai.
Yeah.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
right? Because I know you're on a higher level with Tai, but let's just say hypothetically.
Yeah.
You technically made that and his couple first things or advices that he told you, no?
oh yeah, of course. I mean,
because I remember you didn't have the RTTM Academy, and did you get that idea at that conference when me and you met to do it?
So basically, the RTTM Academy
Yeah.
is new. I launched this thing in November
Yeah.
at the Academy.
Yes.
And I remember basically the conference. So Tai gave me a challenge. So that's the power of having a mentor.
For sure.
I was talking to him and we were in Virginia
Yeah.
at the farm. And I was like, I want to do this conference. And he was like, what's your 30-day goal? And whenever someone you kind of respect looks you in the eye, like, what's your 30-day goal?
Yeah.
You know? And I have to do it now. So I told Tai, it's on camera. I want to have 300 people. And keep in mind, that's my first event. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And when I was telling this to Tai, I sold maybe 15 tickets.
Wow.
And I was struggling to sell tickets. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. It was hard for me. And then I figured it out. So, and then at the conference, we were texting on WhatsApp. He gives me ideas here and there. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? He's like, oh, you should charge this much for this. Oh, it's easy. Just do this for a sub level. It's just easy to kind of like not break my head.
Yeah.
Just have someone just
Rather
tell
than
me,
just figure it
listen,
out.
I've been through this
Yeah.
15 years ago. I lost 3 years of my life trying to figure it out. Just do 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
Like I love this.
Such a
I think
cheat
it's
code.
like no brainer,
Yeah.
right?
Such a cheat code for sure.
yeah, man, that's the power of mentors, and that's why I'm a mentor myself, because I just want to give a cheat code back to the other people a little younger than me.
You have a lot of people, bro, in your mastermind. In your mastermind and the RTTM Academy.
Yeah.
What do you feel like people lack nowadays?
Nowadays,
Yeah. You
Dude,
can be as honest. You can cuss here.
Dude,
You can.
they
There's no limit to what we have here.
yeah. I think just people lack figures.
What do you mean figures? Like people to look up to.
Yeah, people to look up to, especially guys, man. Like masculine figures, I would say a lot.
Who do you think is a good masculine figure nowadays?
I think you need a balance between Andrew Tate and like Tai Lopez. Something like that.
I
That would be
love
like
that.
that's like a 50-50.
That's the first time I hear that.
Yeah.
Balance between Tai and Andrew.
Yeah,
I would love for Andrew Tate and Tai Lopez to have a podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be dope.
That
It's
would
gonna
be dope.
it'd probably happen one day.
Yeah.
I think you're extremely right. The biggest thing people are missing. If you look how quick Andrew Tate filled that gap in the market where
Yeah.
people needed him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
skyrocketed so fast because the market needed someone
something
like that.
Yeah.
That's you're totally right. People needed someone, and aspects of him to look up to for sure from a masculinity perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a crazy world we live in. I feel like there's so much. I feel like there's a big separation happening between people, and like
Big.
there's like a big crowd of people who are just kind of like being left behind, and just like a small percentage of people are actually like moving places. So you just want to find yourself on the right side. That's kind of what I'm realizing right now.
So Speaking about your businesses, you have multiple businesses. What was your first business that really took off? And did you
That's a good
have
question.
major failures before that, before you finally found the formula?
Yeah. So quickly about my story. So when I was 21 years old, I was in college,
Mhm.
and then I bumped into Tai Lopez on YouTube. I saw his Here in My Garage video, and this inspired me to drop out of college. And I dropped out of college with a plan. A lot of people drop out of college with no plan. I think that's a mistake. You need to know where you're going. So Tai was talking about mentorship. You need mentors. He had 5 mentors. And I was like, you know what? My goal was to become a med student. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to go into med school. But I wasn't able because of, I didn't like to study a lot. School was not for me. But I was always a smart kid. My mom always told me that. Like, you're a smart kid. You're going to figure things out. So what I did is I dropped out of school, and then I hired 5 of my closest friends who were in the same college as me, and they got accepted into med school. So I basically built a team around experts. So this is where I learned that you don't need to be the one teaching, or you don't even need to be the expert to kind of make money. The entrepreneur, at the end of the day, you're just the one behind the system. So that's how I started my first business. And basically what I did, it was like a matchmaking service, but it failed. So basically I wanted to match doctors or like med students, I would say, with future med students. So kind of like they spend 1 hour a week together in person. That was kind of the concept, but it failed because people would like basically do like 1 or 2 meetings, and then they had like nothing else to talk about. So this transitioned to like a tutoring business because I realized the college kids needed help with like calculus, chemistry to get their grades up so to get accepted into med school. So it started like this, grew the business to about 30, 40 people on my team. We became the #1 reference for like college tutoring in Quebec right now.
Wow.
We helped over 50,000 students
Awesome.
in the
Crazy,
past
man.
maybe
Crazy.
7-8 years. And and all of this is honestly thanks to marketing and personal branding and like just continuous learning. Yeah.
So that would be your first business that really took off and took you to the next level.
Yes. And honestly, it was because I put my face on it.
You think so?
Yeah. I think a lot of people today, it's all about personal brand. If people think, what's the best idea? You need to put your face.
I agree. I see a lot of this faceless marketing stuff and people trying to hide behind the camera. I just don't think. I think your personal
I don't
brand.
trust it, bro. I don't trust anything that has no face.
Yeah.
Is it weird?
You want to associate a face to it.
Yeah, like I want to know.
I mean besides the Middle Eastern billionaires, the biggest billionaires in the West they all have the personal brand. They have the face behind the company.
I mean,
they're
even
leaders.
even Middle Eastern,
Even the Middle East, yeah. But
right now they're all popping. Well, look, who's the face of Saudi? Who can you think of Saudi?
what do you mean?
Like who's the face of Saudi right now? A younger guy.
A younger guy?
MBS.
The prince, the
MBS,
sheikh,
yeah.
or what? Yeah.
How do you know he's a prince? Is not a king? Because there's a king.
Yeah, but
But
I
that's my
only
point.
I see the guy. Oh, the guy I was
Exactly.
speaking to.
I
I see him
MBS
on
right?
the press conference.
So
He's a younger guy.
He's on the conference, exactly.
Yeah.
right? He's the face of Saudi.
Absolutely. Even Tai said like the third wave is all about personal brand.
Yeah.
Because we had like
Did
different
he
waves
say
in
the
past.
first trillionaire will be a person with personal
Yes,
brand?
he said the first trillionaire is
Will
going to be a
somebody with
personal brand. I
brand.
believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
follow people.
He-
Mr. Beast, all these
he's
guys.
betting on Elon.
Yeah.
He's putting his money
Elon's
into
pretty
Elon.
smart.
Yeah. But
I mean, if you take for example personal brand Andrew Tate, you put him. He always talks about if you were to sell some meme coin,
yeah,
it would have the most basic tokenomics, had no real world utility, but because it's his personal brand behind it.
my god, yeah.
He
he'd
could sell anything.
He could sell anything he wanted to.
Yeah.
Right. So that's super important. So I know you dabble in the private jet business. How did you get into that?
I wouldn't say I dabble in the business. I just basically catch an eye on deals. And whenever I get a good deal, I just take it.
Okay.
I like that because for me, it's all about value, like what you get for what you pay, right? So sometimes when I get a good deal, I just take it.
He's a sucker for good deals, man.
Oh, I love that. You know,
Sucker
part
for
of me,
good
I come
deals,
from the
bro.
Middle East, so,
Sucker for good deals.
So,
You smell
I
it, man.
saw,
Yeah.
I received, so they basically emailed them to me. So I
Yeah.
got one 2 days ago or yesterday,
Yeah.
actually. I booked it a couple hours before the flight. And I texted Raquel, like, yo, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so-
random, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's the beauty about being an entrepreneur, because you make your own schedule.
Yeah.
You can just travel in and out whenever you want. So,
So what are the price ranges on a typical charter?
yeah, so
I know there's different
if
ranges,
you
different-
call
yeah.
a charter company, let's say Montreal to Toronto,
Okay.
you want
which
a
is-
private jet
which is
one way.
an hour, right?
Yeah, so
an hour
50
flight,
minutes.
yeah.
So let's say it's 1 hour, Montreal to Toronto, one way. It's not a round trip. Probably around 15 grand one way. That's like a small jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the average market price right now.
Yeah, roughly, I would say. So maybe 25, 30 Gs if you want to go round trip.
Round trip, yeah.
Okay.
So the deals I get sometimes, man, can go from You know, the cheapest I ever paid for a jet was like $2,000
Jesus.
for the entire jet. And the most expensive.
Did you have to fly it yourself then? Or
No. There was 2 pilots in it too. And we had snacks. And there was
$2,000. However,
there's a catch. There's a catch. Yeah, so I think I paid roughly around $2,000, and the most expensive one was like maybe $7,000-8,000. I don't go too crazy.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you pull up to the $2,000 jet. There's a book in the front with the how to fly a jet by Tai Lopez. By Tai Lopez. Here you go. So
Tai would have a book, How to Fly a Jet in 10 minutes.
But honestly, it's a vibe. I would recommend everybody to try it once.
Sure,
once you
man.
taste it,
yeah.
you never want to go back to commercial.
Oh, for sure.
I use it as
you're due
motivation
for it.
too, because
Yeah,
I would love to have a
definitely.
jet at some point in my life. I think we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's going to come one day. And I just want to kind of get myself used to it.
So average market price to actually purchase a jet. What are we looking at?
The range is huge. You can go like 3 to 5 million, like the used one, the smaller like super light jets. If you go into heavy jets,
10 plus, 20
10,
plus.
20, 30, 40, 50,
plus,
60.
yeah.
the-
There's
the-
no
the-
limits, bro.
Plus maintenance, I hear is
Oh yeah, it's super expensive to own a jet actually.
to own a jet.
Oh yeah, a lot of people prefer to just charter. It's cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper depending how
Yeah.
much you're flying
Yeah,
and
you
all
gotta
that.
do the
yeah.
math.
But a lot of the people, like I know, like Eric, he rents out his jet.
It's
He
more
makes
of like a
money out of
flex.
Well,
it's like you
he
want to have your own jet.
Yeah.
He
He
rents
Put your
it out
name
to
on
other
it.
He
people.
rent it out to other people.
Other
correct,
people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So I think that's how he
like each
covers
one- like
like
a-
the basic stuff.
Yeah.
He like I guess charge.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's how it works.
Good. So what's the goal? What's the year that you guys are buying one? You want to
Work
put it
on
on a record?
I'll
Who
let
wants
you
to go
start.
first?
I need 2 more bull runs. That's
2
it.
more bull runs?
8 years.
2 more. I
8
think
years?
you need
Yeah.
one more.
That's why I said you need, but
Two is
I don't
over.
want to buy like a $2 million.
Yeah,
one.
I think
I want to like
need
I
a
want to
nice
buy
one.
like a nice one, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know it's gonna cost me 20-30 mil.
yeah.
Yeah, so 2 bull runs.
So
That's
2
pretty
bull
You don't
good.
want to fly
8
yourself,
more
is what you're
years.
saying. Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say for me, maybe, roughly around 2030.
20-30.
Yeah.
2030.
Yeah. I like to be ambitious.
Yeah.
So you're right around there. Maybe a year or 2 late. 2 years
Yeah.
after that.
Got 2 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's good, man.
it's funny when you see somebody on a private jet, you automatically, it's like seeing someone in a supercar. You automatically don't assume that they got a bachelor's degree and got a good 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
You assume that they figured it out. They escaped the matrix. They beat the system. They hacked the code. The people that you travel with, I don't know if you travel yourself or the people you see in that space. Where do they usually build their wealth and or generate their cash flow?
Okay,
from?
so let's talk about
what's the main theme with all of them?
So
You know
the
what I mean?
5 people who are the closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about the 5 friends that are very close to me. I spend time with them all the time. 5 out of 5 are entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
There's no employees. They're either investors or entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
and they all roughly make around 1 to 2 million a year, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you cannot build like super big wealth if you're just working a job, even if you invest your money, unless
For
you're
sure.
making like multi 6 figures and more.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You need something that you can leverage. You need a system, and I realized that when I first started my first company, I was like, you know what, I can tutor math myself, 1-to-1 and make like $40 an hour, or I can have someone tutor for me.
Mm-hmm.
I paid a guy $20
I'll take
and I keep the other 20 for myself. But now the difference is I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
If you can understand one simple principle, you can scale to the moon, because all you need is like, okay, this guy can teach 40 hours a week for you. Now every time he spends an hour teaching, you make 20 for
money.
yourself.
Yeah.
And now you can have 100 guys like him. So the scalability is infinite. We were
Yeah.
talking about that
Mhm.
during lunch, right? So yeah, entrepreneurship, like all rich people are just made their wealth through business or some
For sure.
investment.
For sure.
Yeah.
What do you think Tai made his wealth on?
That's a little controversial right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly,
On you.
Yeah.
How did I get rich?
Yeah.
Wakhan.
I mean, Thai's always been a little controversial, but I respect that,
but what do you mean controversial?
I mean, a lot of people, because controversial is when you don't necessarily know all the details about someone.
Okay.
I think,
I
sometimes.
think he just sold courses, man. I don't.
What's
so controversial
I think
about
when
that?
he was growing, I mean, he had a couple nightclubs.
Yeah, he said he always said that.
Yeah.
At the time of the
Early on.
Lamborghini in the garage video.
Before that, he had like a couple
Before
nightclubs.
that,
Because that was his first real viral
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
was the first one back. He was like this. I like to call him like the soft Andrew Tate. It was like the soft Andrew
Yeah,
Tate.
the softer version.
Not
of
in
it.
a bad way, but just like in a more like
knowledge.
they're not gonna put you. They're not gonna lock you up. You know.
No,
Yeah, he's not gonna
You
lock
know.
him up.
So
Yeah.
he got a lot of hate because he was the first one to basically.
He broke the door.
He broke the door. He opened the door for everybody. He was the first. All the big names you guys see out there, like they're all in his programs. He tells me, like, I see the names. It's crazy.
He showed us some names.
Oh man, like from all the big shots.
From the Logan Pauls to who did he say a name when we were at the mastermind?
I don't know if he name drops a lot, but
he did name drop some. But he was like some. There's he's like there's some people I can't name drop.
But that's what I mean. Like success leaves clues. All these people's been like kind of learning from Tai and all these other people, and then they eventually blow up. But the problem is a lot of people don't give credit.
True.
I like giving credit.
Yeah.
So people see me all the time talking about Tai because I'm like, yo, this guy kind of changed my life. He did help me a lot. So I wouldn't be there without his 67 steps. I know that for sure.
Me too. Because he charges a significant amount of money to be around him.
Well, here's my hypothesis about Tai. So Tai, basically, he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
So Tai, I think he started with his 67 steps. He went super, super, super big, right? And he was charging super low ticket.
Yeah,
67.
Yeah.
I think back in the days, his most expensive program was nothing close to 100K.
No, $1,500.
Nothing exactly. And that was like his accelerators.
No, it was the social media agency.
Marketing, yes, SMMA. But he had other things. I remember, like accelerator. It was like $1,000, $3,000. So it wasn't that crazy. But back in the days, charging $3,000 on the internet
was wild.
Was something. In 2015, nobody was charging that.
For sure.
So that's how he started. But because of the volume he got of people in his programs, he was smart enough to be like, okay, I helped 300,000 people back in 2015 until like 2018. Now, where are these people? All these people know me.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe I can come up with a different formula.
Yeah, charge a lot of money.
Because now some of these people, just like simple math, if 1% of all his students made it big, right? Because let's keep it real. Most people in these programs don't make money.
Yeah.
So, but if the top 1% become millionaires, well, now they want to work maybe closer to Tai.
Which I think is
it's very reasonable.
Yeah,
so
very
now
reasonable.
he just offer different services that matches the timeline.
Yeah.
So now people like me, who used to be like super fans of Tai Lopez back in 2015, now that I make 7 figures,
I want to be close to him.
Yeah, I want to be friends with that guy. Oh, now to get into the circle, well, you kind of have to invest. So it's a very smart model, and still I get a lot of value out of it.
For sure.
But yeah.
And it's the compounding effect of personal brand. It's like he started this thing 8 years ago, and now you can charge this much because of your brand. It's because of who you are, not what you're doing and what you did. It's
Tai was the most Googled person before Andrew Tate. In 2015, he was the most Googled guy.
Yeah. You were Googling half those Googles, huh? It was
It was me. Just Googling his name.
So you're headed back where, to Montreal tonight?
Yep.
Yeah. A little bit. So Toronto versus Montreal. I know I asked you before, and it was a big sigh.
Yeah.
Deep breath.
Honestly, I really love Toronto. There's something about it. I know all my family's here. I have a lot of uncles, cousins. I have like at least 15 members of my close family here. In Mississauga, most of them.
Arabs.
So, I mean, I love Montreal just because I grew up there. I mean, I have all my companies there. All my people are there. You know, my friends are there. I have like a feeling of kind of like attachment to it. But it's a shit city. Montreal is a crap city. It's not a good city to be in. Weather is shit.
Isn't it weird that we say the same shit about Toronto?
The roads and construction is nothing compared to you guys.
Really?
It's BS. It's honestly like I have a supercar.
Yeah.
And I bought the supercar like a couple months ago. I already need to replace the shock.
Crazy.
It's like the potholes are crazy. I had to repair a tire twice. So Montreal is like, I don't know, man. I feel like for most of us, you travel a lot.
Yeah.
You go to Dubai.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of us, and Tai told me this. He's like, Ray, you live in a cocoon. The reason why you stay in Montreal is because nobody showed you what else exists. I was like, what do you mean? Because we get comfortable.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you know, your coffee shop is right there. Your office is over there. You just do the same routine. But once you kind of get a taste of something new, you're like, hold on, this is what Copenhagen looks like.
Yeah.
This is what London looks like. So Tai is like, you got to come to Europe with me this summer. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. It's gonna be my first time in Europe actually, and I gotta come to Dubai as well.
Yeah.
That's how we feel about Toronto. You feel like you're in a fishbowl. You could be a big shark, but you're still in a fishbowl.
What do you guys think about Toronto from people who live there?
I've always had love for Toronto, bro. It's hard for me to leave that long because I'm always like, when I travel, I have this. But sometimes I've been in Toronto and I'm like, this is shit. I start comparing it to other places. I start to compare it to all the places I've been.
I mean, even Drake comes back.
Even Drake.
That's a sign.
Yeah, that's a sign. There's
some good stuff here.
Yeah.
There's some sentimental value here. Obviously, you've grown up here. You know, because you and I've been through so much BS here. It's kind of like You know what I mean?
We have a
And
thing for
we
the
started our team here, and it just we have a thing. We have a different love for the city in a way that you can never abandon it fully, right?
Absolutely.
You know, not to say we're
Because we left to Dubai for a month.
Yeah.
And
I
was excited to come back. I can't lie, bro.
There's something about being like, it's like a home feeling, right?
Home feeling,
I feel the same for Montreal.
I was a little bit excited, but it is what it is. I want to ask, because we got a couple of minutes left. I want to ask some controversial questions. Do you have any controversial questions? What can we ask Ray that he can't answer on social media?
Damn, you want to put me on the spot?
Controversial. I want to ask something about selling courses.
Yeah, let's do it.
How to word this question? Because there's
Are you
there's,
a scam, Ray?
there's
Do you scam people?
So there's obviously there's so many business models out there, and there's so many code of ethics.
Yes.
You know, in the internet, and people believe, if you should only be talking about crypto if you're already a millionaire. You should only be selling courses if you're already a millionaire, or already.
Yes.
People think there's a blurred line as to like, hey, if I can't sell something unless I've done it myself. But do you believe that there's, let's say for example, if I know somebody that can make someone $1 million,
Yes.
and I can introduce that person to them to make money and get let's say a broker fee from that, is that blurring the line of ethics? Because a lot of people are doing that. They're like, hey, listen, I'm not an expert, I'm not a guru, but I know the gurus and the experts that I can provide that information to. And even if the mentor himself is not a trillionaire yet, he has a product and service that's working. You know what I mean? Do you want to speak on the industry of selling courses itself?
Absolutely.
And because there's so much controversy around it and coaching and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think there's anything wrong introducing someone to the right person.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it's the end goal. But I would say from my experience, because I don't really sell courses, but I do actually, but it's like in person. I don't do like the online stuff. So it's more like old school classroom. But, you know, you just need to be one step ahead of someone to help them.
I see.
Only one step ahead. So if there's one piece of information that Rakan knows, and he actually helped me a lot at lunch, he was like, you should do this for your academy, and this could literally triple my business. Right? He doesn't need to be a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Maybe he is, but he doesn't need to be.
Soon to come.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my take on it. So
He is already, but the money's not there.
The money's it's on the way.
Only the money's missing.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way about myself, my students. You know, I don't have all the answers to everything, but I did build a 7-figure business. I did hire over 300 people to work for me over time. I did spend a lot of money on ads. I did do a lot of these things.
Yeah, but don't you think, man? Don't you think that there's some people not qualified to sell courses nowadays?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just talking about myself.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking outside of you for sure. Overall, I've seen.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some idiots sell
Oh,
courses,
there are,
bro.
of course.
Like,
of
bad.
course. Dude, I've
not cheap courses. Like,
I know.
It ain't no 6-7 steps. It's like,
A couple
hey,
grand,
5
yeah.
Gs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
for
I
what,
take it.
bro?
What do you think the percentage of these courses that people are selling that actually don't work and they're just
That's a good question.
for sales?
Yeah, I think I would say, it's hard to say, man. I don't know. I'm not that deep into
I
the industry,
say-
but I would say 70 to 80%.
Yeah, I was going to say 60-70.
Yeah, 70 to 80%, I would say roughly are like
Or BS.
are not really good. Because what people do sometimes is like, there's one goat. Here's how the game works. There's one goat, one guy that's actually killing it. And then you have a couple of people who try to be copycats. So they take that exact same model and you're like, oh, this guy's making a lot of money. Let me do something similar. But there's one Raymond, there's one Rakan, there's one, you know, Vlad, there's one Tai Lopez. So it's hard to copy. So that's how you create the other 80% that are scams, is because they're just trying to copy something that's already working, but they cannot be the personal brand.
They can't duplicate
But
it.
people get fooled.
Yeah.
They get inside it all the time. So
Yeah.
it's a big industry, man. Online education, because people are sick and tired of the system.
Yeah.
It's the biggest opportunity of all time. So everybody's trying to sell something because you have a hungry market of buyers. Everybody's like, I just want to do something big with my life. So what's out there for me?
Because it's...
I mean, the school system.
What do you think about this hustle culture that's up and coming? Do you feel like people are missing the point of being entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of entrepreneurs are not made to be entrepreneurs?
Ooh, that's
a good question.
Do you think they just
better question?
Do you think they just want?
That's
to
a better
be?
question.
Do you think they just like the sound of being an entrepreneur, but they're not really?
Well, I would say it goes both ways. So there's a lot of people in the school system that should be entrepreneurs. I was that guy. but there's also a lot of entrepreneurs that should be in the school system.
Got
So it goes both ways. So
and what's
people-
the deciding factor? What's the key characteristics for both?
I'm still trying to make my mind on this over time with my expertise. I coach a lot of students,
Mm-hmm.
and I can definitely see like some patterns. Okay, this kind of self-selected group of people, they have more likelihood of success because of some personality traits. I'm still trying to make my mind on it. I don't really have like a definite answer on this, but yeah, I think 80% of the people, 70 to 80% of people can be entrepreneurs, roughly.
Can.
Yeah, they can. Not, and there's like the top 10, 20%, like you, for example. You guys are just made to be entrepreneurs. I have the same genes as well. So that's what I would say. Yeah, it's
just tough. You're in the school system indoctrinates you to work for somebody, and the longer you stay in it, the harder, the more programmed your brain is to work for somebody and raise your hand to go to the washroom.
Yeah.
So you can actually be, maybe born genetically or biologically.
Yeah.
Your parents are businessmen and you're in that environment, but you go to school 8 hours a day and now you have to work for somebody else or learn how to take tasks from somebody else, and then you've been deprogrammed to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
I always love to give the analogy of like, imagine being like, you're born a lion.
Yeah.
You're a lion, right? Strong animal. But you're born in a farm and you're surrounded by chicken. You're surrounded by sheep. You're the only lion. But all your life, you're going to go like, this is normal. All the other sheep around me are just doing this, but you're a lion. So you kind of, the purpose of life is basically to find your tribe. So you have to exit that,
I love that
premise
Yeah.
to find other lions out there. But you have like a lot of different tribes, like, sheep's here, and there's like a lion hiding in every single tribe.
So you
And
can find the lines. Yeah.
the goal is like for lions to escape and to connect together,
Work
and
together.
grow and
for
build
sure, man.
their tribe. So that's how I see life.
Do you think Canada is the right place for entrepreneurs?
No,
That was such a fast answer.
It wasn't scripted either.
I don't like Canada. I'm being honest.
Where do you see
Why?
yourself in 5 years?
I don't like Canada.
But I'd like to
I'm
know
here
why, though.
because I love my people. I do have a lot of people here I respect and love, friendships, families, businesses. I build my entire life here. But overall, I don't like the country.
Where do you see Ray in 5 years?
That's a good question.
Overall, from the geographical location, business standpoint.
I think I would still have something here in Canada,
base.
probably in Montreal, but I don't think I'll be here that often.
You're just going to leave your car here?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'll probably be in Dubai.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere in Europe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where life's going to take me, but for sure I don't see myself like full time here.
Full time.
Yeah. Not a good place.
I have some rapid questions.
What would you say? Yeah,
rapid
go
fire
ahead.
questions.
Yeah.
And we can end with this. 3 lies you've been told.
Realize I've been told. I mean, simple one. You need to go to school to get rich. Big one. Another one I could say is related to it as well, but if you want to have a name for yourself in this world, you need to have it on paper, which is a big lie. I think you have to create your own paper. So growing up, my mom was like, you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer, so you have this proof that society respects you.
Dr. Ray.
Yes, Dr. Ray. I'm like, I'm going to create my own title. I don't need anybody else to hand it to me.
For sure.
So that was the second lie, I would say. And the third one is that life is all about money. Because growing up, I come from nothing. I thought I just wanted to make money. I was obsessed with money in my early 20s. And then a little later, I realized that, okay, relax, Ray. There's other things to life. You got to travel.
Sure.
You got to do. I was obsessed because when you don't have something, when you're deprived of something, you want it even more.
You want it even more.
So as soon as after I made my first million, I was like, you know what? There's other things to life than money. My hunger is still there. I want to keep conquering and growing, but now I appreciate the journey a little more. I was a little extreme in my early 20s, but I don't regret it though, because it built me tougher and more disciplined.
I love that. 3 tips. Sorry, I know you want to ask.
No, I got
3 tips I would give people.
Yeah.
Find a mentor. Number 1, don't break your head. Pay for invest in yourself. Like, don't go the freeway. Everybody has access to the same information as you if you do it for free.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to invest.
You won't have an edge.
Good
I like
point.
that.
And the last one, whenever Rakan gives crypto investment advice, you follow it blindly.
Because you're going to have another event. He's gonna have another event soon when Bitcoin's
Can I-
close to
can I
100K.
share the story real quick?
Rakan's gonna walk in.
So-
I told you.
Just a little bit of context for the audience. So Rakan spoke at my event in November at the Four Seasons, and he gave all my audience 7 crypto coins to purchase.
Oh, that list?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then I
this
think I
is-
was the only person, or I don't know if anybody else bought it.
There's
I
maybe like
bought,
2 or 3 guys
I
that
bought the
must-
7
yeah.
coins, like the next day. And then my portfolio right now, I mean, we'll see how it goes, but I'm up like almost 200%.
Yeah. So you know how human psychology works? You're gonna
Yeah.
the next event, all these coins are gonna 5x, 10x.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna say, "Oh, is it too late?"
And then they're gonna buy.
And then
And
they're
then
gonna buy
they're gonna be
it. Too late.
And then Rakan's gonna sell to them.
Guys, I have it. Say, send me the money. Here's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like those.
I think the psychology in the markets and entrepreneurship is you have to invest and buy when it's uncomfortable, when no
Yes.
one's doing it,
Yeah.
and you have to sell when it's
everybody's
uncomfortable,
doing
when
it.
everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's
Because
there's a rule
if
in
you want to
business.
be the 1%er, you need inverted thinking. You
rule-
have to think
a-
inverted from the
a
99%.
rule in investment: be greedy when everybody's fearful, and be fearful when everybody's greedy.
Absolutely. I think that's a life philosophy right there.
Yep. Ray, man, that was an episode.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
we
this,
gotta do
man.
another one.
We're gonna do like a longer
longer
version
one.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I gotta
we
go
got
back,
lots of
so.
things to talk about.
Thanks
But
for
I appreciate
having
your
me.
time, man.
Yes.
This was awesome. Vlad, my brother, appreciate you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Vlad.
them.
Thank you, Rakan.
Success
Thank you.
After Dark, man. Follow Ray. His link is on the in the description, not on the description.
Yes,
in the
Raymond
description.
Habre on Instagram.
And hey, y'all follow us because we're gonna have a next event. So stay tuned. Y'all take care.